UFOs, UAPs, orbs. What's real, what's not real? Today we're going to deep dive into this. I've saw things with my own two eyes that I know can't be explained because I can't even explain it myself. But I want to go through a couple of videos, and today's video is a little bit different. I want to go through each video and see what's real, what's not real, what we can explain and what we can't explain. And I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. But here's the first video that I want to share with you.
Sure, by now most of you have seen the Lou Elizondo UFO reveal, and it's kind of rustled a lot of jimmies, man. It's this photo here that he's released, and my word, are people not happy. And he displayed this photo right here of a giant craft that is just humongous in nature that apparently was sent in by a pilot, right?
Look at that picture real close and pay attention to it, and then listen to what he has to say.
Less than 24 hours, it was already debunked. That bad boy was an irrigation circle. Oh. But on Twitter,
wow.
Lou has come out and said a few things. So if you guys want to go over to X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and read what he's saying, I'm just going to summarize it for you. So he said that the photo that he showed was to highlight a systemic issue. He received the photo the morning of the forum with permission to share it, but it had not yet been vetted or analysed. And you've got to put yourself in that perspective of like, if I was Lou Elizondo, with the influence I have, in the position that I have been placed in, would I not double, triple, quadruple check exactly what this information is that I have received and where it's come from? Is it true?
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Sent it around a few times before you showed it to people at mass, because what's happened now, it's only just come back to immediately sting. The size of the overall object that Lou was saying, that it came from the pilot himself based on their own experience and altitude, not Elizondo's own analysis. So this was something that the pilot was telling him, that was his information. And Lou was saying that his intent was to stress the urgent need for central non-hostile reporting system for civilian and commercial pilots to report unusual sightings. And in this case, I do agree with Lou here, because I have shouted about this for the longest time, that pilots, especially commercial airliners and things of that nature, and even air traffic control that kind of communicate to pilots in real time, they don't have any sort of real way to process or share their information. And this might come from a bit of ridicule from their own sort of industry, where if they say they've seen something in nature or reported a crazy sighting, that they basically get ridiculed for it. So a lot of these pilots and things of that nature do not come forward with the information they have. But there does need to be a major acceptance and an opening for these pilots to come forward without ridicule. But this doesn't excuse what Lou did, because it seems to be quite a sin. And during the interview, Lou did say repeatedly, and he emphasised during the forum, that the photo has not been vetted, and he's frustrated that critics ignored his disclaimer. Which is kind of understanding if you're saying a lot of time like, this hasn't been vetted, this hasn't been vetted. But still again, Lou, you sausage. And the last thing that Lou was basically saying in his tweet is now that he's worried that the hostile reaction from the UFO community is going to discourage anyone in the aviation industry or pilots to come forward and talk about their real experiences. But you've got to think about, Lou, that everyone for years and years and years and years and years, way before even I was born, have been given a hell of a lot of nothing burgers, my dude, okay? And everyone's just kind of frustrated because they've either been given grainy photos or they've been told that what they've seen is not true, this is debunked, that's not real, you're kind of hallucinating, all that sort of stuff, man. People being kind of shoved to one side. So you got to kind of expect people to kind of push back and be upset. Because it's valid, man. So there's another thing now, where the actual location of where the photo was taken in the irrigation circle to where Lou was told it was taken, there's a major miscommunication there, or an on purpose, for whatever reason, to misdirect him, to make him possibly look like a bit of a donkey in front of everyone, alright? So is this possibly a disinformation towards him to make him look like a sausage? Or is this just another part of the book now to kind of muddy the waters further in the UFO community? Is this the start of something more, where these disinformation agents and things of that nature are going to come forward, the new Richard Doties that are going to muddy the waters and try and steer everyone away from the subject now, because we're getting so close to the truth? Now they're going to be throwing out all these just silly silly things, all right, to kind of lose everyone's trust in it and disinterest and to shrug it off, because this could be part of the process of what they actually want. They want to discredit everyone and discourage everyone and make everything look silly. So I don't know, mate. What do you guys think, man? You think this is something more? What do you think? Lou's just an absolute sausage, or maybe there's something I'm missing? You guys let me know.
What do you guys think about that? It's had me thinking, and I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I'm sure a lot of you have, how there are so many videos that are being pumped around, and it's not really what they claim it is. And then when they come out with the truth, they kind of laugh at us because we do believe in this, because we have saw things. And there is true evidence if you just look deep enough. It just really bothers me. You know, it really does. I'm a strong believer in this stuff. I've saw lights in the sky, I've saw strange movements, I've saw things disappear, just many things. And not just myself, my son and my daughter was with me, my wife has been with me. Some really strange things. Let me get into another video, and I want to hear what you have to say about this stuff. I really do.
Clear spot coming around.
What is this?
This is strange.
Basically, the entire.
This is a tornado forming.
You can see the entire thing going up.
This thing goes crazy, and then after this tornado
close.
actually goes away. What is this doing?
But pretty amazing shot as that looks in. Can you still see, Josh? Looks like
What is
maybe
that?
trying to rope out just a little bit.
Look at that. Was it
And he
the
walks
video
in front of
going
it.
grainy?
You're almost all the way to the ground now. And look, it's starting to twist there just a little bit.
Strange. You can still see it.
What is it?
It's up on the ground, Josh, are you?
It's literally moving towards the tornado.
What
Honey,
is
it's
that?
moving towards the tornado.
It's amazing that it
That
can
is
come
really
down
strange.
that far, but yeah.
I'm watching this white spot. There's this white spot right here. That is a part of it, and it's slowly getting closer. It's about
Hear
to
the
hit the tornado.
There could be.
No, it's right there. That white spot.
Definitely looks like it's going through, but I think
It's literally just got into it. Well, look.
what's happening is you're now getting the rain and the cooler air. Soak this up. See this in the mid layers?
Yes.
It's still messing up.
Oh.
So looks like that we could be on a weakening phase. We may be cycling again. And in about 10, 15 minutes, it may try to do this again.
And it
Again,
does.
this is northeastern parts.
But whatever this is,
As it works its way.
broke all of this apart. Was this like a cold air current? Like what?
Anybody have any ideas what that is? I have no clue whatsoever. Was it strange? Absolutely. Was it weird? Yep. Did it look like alien mothership or UFO or whatever? Yeah, it did. But it could be something to do with weather. I don't know. I'd love to hear some feedback on that one too. But let's go on to the next clip. These things are really interesting. You ever saw these? I have. Strange red lights in the sky moving. More than one. Coming and going. It's interesting. And that wasn't too long ago. One night my son and I was watching a light dim and get really bright and dim and get really bright, and then all of a sudden it would disappear. And we'd sit there and watch for it to come back, and a few minutes later it would come back really, really bright, super bright. No clouds in the sky, no reason for it to just disappear. It was like a light just getting dim, like a dimmer switch, turning it off, turning it up, turning it down, turning it up, turning it down, turning it back off. And then sometimes a little bit further away in the same direction, like 3 or 4 different lights would pop up out of nowhere. What can you make of that? Why wouldn't you be confused about it? I really believe that they're hiding stuff from us. What it is, I don't know. But I know there's more to it. Let's go on to our next clip.
There's a third one.
Yo, look at this shit on the camera. Why is it 2 different colors?
Bro,
Record that shit.
I am.
There's a third one.
Listen
Oh my
close.
god.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh my fucking god, dude.
There's a plane coming underneath it, so it can't be. It's not a plane.
No, that ain't no plane, yo.
It's those reactions.
You can see a plane. We just got a plane cut. It's flashing. Oh, we got a plane. That ain't no plane. Bro,
Take still shots too. Can you?
what the fuck is that, dude?
Why the fuck did they just?
It just made a perfect triangle.
Triangle.
It made a fucking triangle.
Bro,
Whoa, bro. Oh my god. We actually caught a fucking UFO.
yo, what the fuck is this?
Oh my god.
That's a real
Could
shit.
you
Oh my god.
We almost left too fucking early too.
I told you, motherfuckers.
What the fuck is in it?
Oh, they're swirling around.
Are they gonna lie back?
Oh my god.
Right now, bro.
Oh my god.
Fucking tripping.
Jay,
Oh,
what are we seeing?
I don't know.
dude. No, that one's.
And now the top light is brighter. That just
Oh, yeah.
and see how it's positioned perfectly at the.
And that one at the bottom came up.
But here's the thing, these are
Triangle
not
gate.
flashing lights. Like, there are no runway lights. These are... Oh my
The
god.
plane, is that a plane with a red light going to the left?
No. That's the one of the
There's a plane-
dots.
There's a plane up to the left in front
No,
of
yeah,
that.
the ones to the left there are. Yeah, I didn't see that. The bottom one though is just sitting there now.
Bro, how did those two lights come together like that?
Oh yeah, the other light's not. It came as one, didn't
Yeah,
it?
they lined up like this in a pyramid. Then one took off, and then that one's
And
directly
then you got that
underneath it.
one on the bottom there, the red one.
But doesn't it seem like,
What the fuck?
yo, in the top, like,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
it seem like the one's
It's
getting
moving.
higher?
It's moving.
It is getting higher. It is getting higher. I
It looks
finally
like it's
see it.
moving. Yeah, I
That
see
shit
it.
is getting higher.
What the fuck is going on,
'Cause look
dude?
how close-
It's getting way higher, bro.
What the? Like they separated, like they came together and separated.
Yeah, they are together.
And that top light is getting higher because now the one is
Oh, it's coming towards us. That's coming towards us.
now the top is coming towards us.
Oh, it's way higher too. Remember how close it was to the tree line?
Yo, that
Bro.
shit is coming towards us now.
You should see it zoomed in. The light
It's
is
coming
beautiful.
towards us.
Dude,
What the
Bro, why
fuck?
am I nervous?
because it might have a UFO coming towards us.
Yo, we have to sit here until it comes.
I mean-
We got like 10 minutes.
Hey,
I'm getting excited.
What the fuck?
it's coming towards. Dude, that motherfucker is flying towards us.
Yo, that shit is going fast.
What is going on?
Why?
dude?
It's gonna be above us.
That's the UFO in the fucking phone. What kind of shit is this?
Dude, that thing is way above us.
Man, I wish I can call everybody and tell them to come on. How was that a plane?
What? It's like a little disc, dude.
Oh, it's coming. Look, it's coming. Like that motherfucker was way over there. It was sitting there for how long?
I can't lie. The excitement inside of me went from down here to up here pretty fast in the video. If you listen to people's reactions as they're watching something, you know what they're seeing is real. And the excitement and the way that they were saying it, like when I see things, I want it to come. I want it to come over top of me. I want to be part of it. I don't know why, but deep inside of me, there is that drive to want to be closer, to understand, to know what it is, what's going on. Are they aliens from outside of our planet? Are they within our planet? So many questions run deep inside of my soul. And I know a lot of you feel the same way. But man, I love that video. I really did. That one right there was a good one to me. Want your comments? And let's go to the next one, shall we? I'm gonna pause it for a second. It says UFO getting shot down in Alaska. Now remember, all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research, believe what you believe. But this one says being shot down in Alaska. It's not very long. Small clip. And somebody tell me where it got shot down. That's one of the problems I have is these videos stating certain things and it's not true. It's not in the video and people click on those videos expecting to see a certain thing. I don't know if that was AI. I don't know what the craft was. I don't know anything. Did it look weird to me? Absolutely. I don't know all of our crafts. I don't think any of us know all of them. But, and if you do, you're a sword of secrecy, of course. But, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that one. I don't agree with the clickbait type stuff that's like that. You're stating that it got shot down. It didn't happen. Watch it. Don't know what it is, but that's pretty cool. It is. I'm gonna go to the next video now. This wasn't too long ago. I want you to pay close attention to those two white things. They could be birds. They could be planes, I guess. But being that close in the sky together makes you wonder. What is that? Background. Oh,
They're two totally different sizes. They're not close, they're not far away from each other either. What is that? Where? is not a plane. That's not a plane. Is it? I mean, I know I'm not crazy.
It's not a plane.
It looked like a plane.
And
You're not crazy. We're not crazy. I listened to that little girl say what she said, and it's pretty interesting too. My kids are the same way about things like this. And they know what's real and what's not real as an airplane, helicopter. But I've seen some crafts that blow me away and make me wonder what I'm really seeing. I don't know. I also read the comments on that one. And there was other people close but further away in Kentucky that saw the same things, and they said it was not an airplane. Pretty fascinating. Well, let's go to our next clip.
These people saw a UFO coming out of the water.
Before this video plays, I want you to know that I'll let you know what I believe this is.
It all on camera.
Right there. I want you to watch the shape of this and the glares off of this and pay close attention. Don't think that it's a UFO. Think, what is that and what's going on so we can see it. That's a flashlight. That's not a light coming from the water. That is a light going towards this craft or whatever it is in the water. I'm going to explain what I really believe this is. Alright, I truly believe that that was a boat turned over and it was going to sink and people were shining lights on it, and that's what I believe we was seeing. And let me go back and pause it on a couple of spots now that I've told you what I think it is.
These people saw a UFO coming
This guy
out of the
right
water.
here, he posts just about everything's a UFO, but I'm going to kind of skip ahead a little bit and try to get us to where we need to be.
People saw a UFO coming out of the water. Got it all on camera.
Watch this. Watch close. Now that, look, think of a boat. Think of it like a John boat type boat shape for the bottom. And you can see it a little bit better. See the point at the front? The back is a little squared. The lights are coming from up here, not down there. There would be glare under the water if the light was coming from underneath. It is. That's a boat. These are the clips right there where people are throwing it out as a UFO or something under the water that's a flying craft, and it's not. And then when it's proven that it's not, what does it make us all look like? That's the problem I have with a lot of these videos. Once again, I know this stuff's real because I've seen it with my own two eyes, and the next day I've always sat there and wondered, man, did I really see what I saw? Did I? And then I try to explain it to myself of what it could have been. Maybe it was this, maybe no, it couldn't have been. Very strange. But go on to the next clip, and I've got something to share with you at the end of this video, and I really want you to stick around and listen. I'm not trying to force likes or subscribe, so you can do whatever you want. You don't have to. I just love sharing content like this, and I've got a lot more coming. Stay tuned, I'm telling you.
What the hell? What is that, Mom?
what?
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit!
What
What
is-
the hell is that?
What is happening?
Reactions.
You guys see this?
Do those lights look like emergency lights?
Oh my god, what the fuck is happening? What is
They do
that?
to me.
What is
I'm
that?
not saying they are, but they look like it. And you sounded really cold. That one, you could say it's those type of lights, but how did they? Because I didn't see no window glare or anything like that. That one right there kind of fascinated me, and I'm curious of what your take is on that. I'd love some answers to these videos if anybody's got any. I would love to hear it. Now on to our next clip.
Here is an incredible UFO sighting out of Los Angeles that's been circulating around the
It's
internet.
about the same thing.
This is no doubt a UFO and a very exciting sighting. Watch as the
What do you
colors
think?
of this craft pulsate around it. What else could this be? What do you all think? What are your observations?
Feels like they're a little different. What's going on here? Very strange. I'm curious what your take is to that one. Let's go on to our next clip. This, a lot of people are claiming it's a rocket. I want your opinion on this one. Is that a rocket? They're claiming that everything is a rocket anymore. They really are. And I don't know. I really don't. Well, I could say this. The rocket excuse for everything is getting old. It really is. It's almost like they introduced SpaceX to start saying it's that. To eliminate the possibilities of aliens and UFOs. It's crap, and I think it's crap. I really believe in this stuff. I've saw it. I know you have, and I would keep repeating myself, and I'm sorry. But even in the ancient Egyptian walls, they had drawings of aliens and flying objects that what we see today, flying saucers. I'm just curious. Let's go to our next clip.
We've got some funky footage coming out of Linares, I think it's how you pronounce it, in Chile, right? Two orbs kind of spinning around one another in a perfect formation. They don't kind of move away or kind of move around in a weird formation. They are like fixed and carry on spinning. And if you are familiar with this channel, we have seen this quite a lot. Last year we had about 4 to 5 sightings of this weird phenomena happening. And ones that do carry on spinning around one another. But there is on this particular footage as well, it was about half hour this thing kind of lingered in the air for and then vanished off. So again, a big question mark whether this is one of our things and stuff that we don't really know about, or if this is something more. But all I know is this is quite a profound phenomena that has been seen quite a lot over the years. So I'm not sure, man. Are these kind of orbs in nature? Are these lights to something else bigger in the background? Or is this just something basic, you know? Chinese lanterns, if you will. We haven't had that one for a little while. So, yeah. You guys let me know what you think. I thought it was...
I don't believe it's Chinese lanterns. I don't. I like that guy. Shout out to him and his channel. But sometimes he gets a little excited, like a lot of us do, and posts things that turn out not to be what we thought it was. And it kind of discredits us a little bit. But always remember that what you saw, what you've witnessed, nobody can take that away. Nobody. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, just remember what you really saw. And we're going to go to our next clip. This is a blinking light that goes from one spot to another. There it goes. Look at that. Tell me how cool that is. That is so cool. That is so cool. This was May 8th, not too long ago. What can you make of that? Any ideas? Any thoughts? It's crazy. They're jumping all over the sky. Now that is something similar to what I've saw, but not exactly. Like I said, there would be this really big bright light, and I've pulled up the coordinates several times. I can't remember what they are, but I'll look at it next time. But I haven't seen it yet this year, but all last year during summer I saw it all the way until fall, close to winter, and then it stopped. It was weird, but I'm gonna watch for it now that I'm talking about it, and I'm gonna try to record it the best I can. It's hard to record it. I'm telling you, it gets so out of focus and blurry, but it would be the biggest, brightest light, and it would just slowly start dimming and coming back until it just dimmed completely out, and it would be gone. And me and my son would both sit there and witness this, and we'd watch for it, and eventually it would come back, or 2 or 3 would come back, and then sometimes lights would move just like it just showed. It's pretty interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that. And then I'm going to end you with this clip, but I've still got something to tell you, and I'm going to end the video with me. But this is something that I found too that I'd like to share.
What do you mean they can call them some bitches to us? They can whistle and a UFO will show up? Not only can they whistle and a UFO will show up, they can change the frequency of their whistle and different UFOs will show up. There's 9 different types. Hold on, I'll show you all of them in just a minute. But they can also meditate and bring a UFO. There are people out there that claim they are in touch with these UFOs, and all they have to do is go into a meditative state and call on to these UFOs, and they will show up wherever they are in any part of the world. And there are people that have documented this, not just with camera, not just with video, but with actual high-tech scientific sensors and shit. Not only do we have the high-tech scientific shit, we've got people that are in the Navy coming on TikTok, making videos in uniform saying, yes, there is this technology, and yes, we are dog whistling it to us at a place called The Range. I've seen a video of a chick in her Navy uniform spilling all the tea. And then you've got Skywatcher releasing videos of these UAPs or UFOs, whatever the fuck you want to call them, overhead. And it's all because they are doing this electromechanical signaling and they're changing the frequency. And hold on, let me show you all of them. These are the 9 types of UFOs that UAPs, whatever, that Skywatcher says that they can call on command. There is the Tetra, the Beam, the Jellyfish, the Tic Tac, the Manta Ray, the Hornet, the Blob, the Bright Star, and the Egg. Personally, Bright Star is my favorite, but you can pick. I really need the idea to seep in and you understand the gravity of this. They can whistle and call a UFO. Someone can go into a meditative state and summon a UFO.
I've heard about stuff like this. I find it very fascinating. I do believe that our government has close ties to them, but I also believe that certain people in our government don't know certain things. I do think that Donald Trump himself may know things that he's hiding from us. Here's something I find fascinating. All these drones and orbs in New Jersey and many other places back right before the election, and it was going on during the election and a little bit after the election, but it was all over the news and everything. I remember some Black Hawk helicopters in the White House lawn, and they was calling it a drill. They was just running a drill, practice drill or whatever during all this. And I kept telling my wife, something's going on, they're hiding stuff. They were probably taking things out the back door while we're all watching this and blah blah blah. And she thought the same thing. I still think that there was something to it. And that was when Biden was still in the office. And then when Trump is about to take office, he tells everybody that he's going to get to the bottom of it. He's going to give us answers. And then what does he do? He has the press secretary tell us that it was us. Nothing more. Do what? Why ain't he telling us? Why ain't he telling us more about it? They're hiding stuff. They really are. And then the uptick slowed down. Why? What happened? I do believe that we can call on them. I do believe that certain people are able to get in touch with them. I wish I was one of them. They excite the crap out of me. And this is a fascination that I've had since I was a child, before I was even in school, thinking that we was from a different planet. Now, why would a kid that's never been to school, my parents didn't talk about this stuff because back then you'd be labeled crazy. But yeah, I was sitting there thinking about it. And then to grow up with all these thoughts in my head about aliens, and maybe we was created by aliens, and maybe, just hear me out on this, don't hate me for it, and don't do none of that. You know, I'm just throwing some wild thoughts out there, but Jesus was alien, and which he was to us, if you ask me. But because God is not, you know, he's higher than us, much higher. But no, it fascinates me, and I think that he was sent here because they created us, and we was out of control. And he came back and reset everything, and told us what we should live by. And for a while it worked, but now we're at the stage to where things are just out of control. And it's kind of weird that right before Trump takes office that these things started really popping up like crazy. But it was hitting the media back then. I'm not saying it's not happening now, because I believe it's still happening, but it's being silenced. Just like my videos ain't being pushed. And I believe that there's a reason behind all that. I really do. I love creating content like this, and YouTube doesn't like pushing my videos, and that's okay, because one day it's going to hit the right people, and that's all that matters to me. I want to grow a community of people that think just like me, that believe things and have seen things similar to what I've seen. And I'd love to hear, and I'd love for people to send me videos, put it in the comments, do something. I want to see and learn as much as I can. I really believe that we are from somewhere else. I believe that the pyramids weren't really done by us. I wish I knew how everything, man, I get so tongue-tied because my brain goes in so many different directions on this. And I'm sure yours does too. But our beginning, how far back does it go? Who are we? Who created us? Are there other races of people that we don't know? It's just like these creatures on the pyramids, on the walls, inside caves, inside just everything, where ancient people drew humans with dog heads, snake heads, and other creatures. Was it real? Was that what they was really seeing? Was they drawing and trying to tell us something? I feel so drawn to these things and so fascinated by it all. And I can't help but want to share this with everybody out there that is similar to what I am and what I go through. I'm 45 years old and I've had tons of health problems. But I'm still here. And I still have these questions in my head. And I may never know until I'm gone. But man, I've always prayed that we would find out and we would get the answers while we're here. I want to know. Years ago, we would have been labeled crazy. And a lot of people still label us crazy, and that's why they're putting this false information out there. To make us look crazy. To make it look like what you're seeing ain't what you think it is. No, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments. If you want to share the video, you can. You don't have to do nothing. But this is free content with like minds trying to find the truth. And I'm going to look for more videos to share with you. I'm going to put together as much as I can. And I'm going to try to do the best I can at deciphering what's real, what's not real, what's AI, and what's not AI. Even I may make mistakes. If I do, call me out on it. We're family. We're friends. And we are a channel. And I hope your day is going good. I hope your night goes great. Keep your eyes in the sky. And always, always question everything. If you see something and it doesn't look right and it doesn't follow what we think should be right, trust your instincts. Share it with me. I hope you all have a blessed rest of your day. The next video will be a little bit better and a little bit more on this stuff. I think that I'm going to make my videos more like this, talking and engaging with you. I've had fun. And I can't wait, and I hope that this eventually gets out there to everybody so we can have a community with like minds, like beliefs, and so on. Searching for the truth. Aliens, UFOs, UAPs, people within the earth. Is the earth round? It's going to be a subject, ain't it? Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please come back. Have a good one.